Bible tells us to wait on God. The scriptures say that they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. But today I'm telling you to not wait on God. And I'll tell you exactly why in this video. Welcome to Let Your Light So Shine. My name is Monica. Thank you so much for joining me today. The Bible tells us to wait on God. The scriptures say that they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. But today I'm telling you to not wait on God. Too many Christians believe that waiting on God means sitting down and doing nothing while waiting on God to physically come down and help them with whatever it is that they need. Time goes by, years go by, and these Christians sit down and keep waiting on God. They keep praying, they keep hoping, they keep wishing, and they keep believing that one day God will show up for them, both physically and spiritually. However, what is your concept of waiting on God? Do you believe that waiting on God means you should physically sit down and wait on God, check your time, and see if God is right on time? Do you wait day in, day out as the clock ticks? Do you wait as the calendar months go by and as years go by, waiting on God to do something for you, expecting a miracle? How do you wait on God? Waiting on God is not about waiting and doing nothing. The Bible tells us that faith without works is useless. So if you're putting your faith to work by actually waiting on God, but you're doing nothing, it means that you're actually giving up your own responsibilities. There are certain things that you need to do as a child of God. There are certain things that you need to do in the human realm that God cannot do for you. There are certain roles that you have to play. It is a joint effort between humanity and divinity. Life is made up of the physical and the spiritual. So if you're sitting there waiting on God, it means that you are expecting God to physically come down from the divine plane into the human plane and do what you are supposed to do. But life is about responsibilities. Walking with God is about doing your own part, playing your own part, and carrying out your own role that only you can. For instance, you're waiting on God for a child, but you're not having sex with your partner. Is that not you not doing your part? For instance, you're waiting on God to give you financial breakthrough, but you're not doing any job. You don't have a job, you don't have a business, you don't have any skills. You are sitting down day in, day out, being lazy, wasting your time, and hiding under the guise of, I'm waiting on God. What exactly are you waiting on? Are you waiting on God to play your part? Or are you waiting on God to show up and do what you are supposed to do? Because there's something you're supposed to do. There are things that you have to do. You want God to bless you, then go to work. You want to have a child, then do what you're supposed to do biologically with your spouse. You want to be rich, you want to tour around the world, then get to know about how to tour around the world and start saving up towards that, or invest your money towards that. You want to have a big conglomerate, but you don't have a business. You have to start a business. There has to be a foundation that God has to bless. God does not bless nothingness. He has to bless something. There has to be a physical structure. There has to be something that you can hold on to and say, God, this is what I'm presenting to you. This is what I'm giving you to bless. So if you want God to bless you, you have to contribute something to that equation. You have to contribute something to that measure between humanity and divinity. You have to contribute something to that blessing. It's just like investors. If someone wants to invest in your business, they will say, how much have you put into this business? What is your own investment in your own idea? What is your investment to show that you know that this is what's doing? What have you invested? Did you invest anything, or you're just expecting that an investor will give you 100% of how much you need? You have to have equity. You have to have sweat equity. You have to have financial equity in your own business to to show that you believe, you trust in yourself, you believe in your ideas, and then you put something down. So you need to put your money where your mouth is. You need to put in some work where you want God to bless you. And that is why I'm saying to you today, don't wait on God. Because if waiting on God for you means that you sit down and do nothing, you don't play your part, you don't do what you're supposed to do, you don't carry out your responsibilities, you don't put in any human input, then stop waiting on God. Stop waiting on God, because just as you're waiting on God, God is in turn waiting for you. God is in turn waiting for you. There is only so much that you can do and expect divinity to come and do everything for you. There are some things you can do, even though your strength may be limited, even though your energy may be limited, even though your wisdom, your knowledge, your understanding is limited to the human realm. There is only so much you can do, but there is something you can do. You are not as limited, you are not as impotent, you are not as powerless as you may think that you are. There is something that God has placed in you. There is some power, there is some skill, there is some knowledge, there is something that God has placed in you before he sent you to the earth. So if you are waiting for him to come down now and help you do what you are supposed to do, I'm telling you that miracle will never happen. That waiting on God will be you wasting your own time, because there is no down payment, because there is no investment onto your own dreams. You did not invest into your dreams, so don't expect that God will just come and give you 100%. He has to know that you're interested in this thing. There has to be something, there has to be proof, there has to be something tangible to show that this is what you want. You're putting your time, you're putting your energy, you're putting your money, you're putting your energy and everything you have into this thing because it is important to you. So how important is that thing to you? Or are you just sitting there lazing about and thinking that God will do what you're supposed to do? God will never do what you're supposed to do. He will never play your part. It is a synergy. It is not about you just saying, let me sit down and relax and let God do everything. He will never. He will never play your part, because you are not as powerless. God put something in you. When are you going to use it? Are you going to sit down there wishing and dreaming and wanting and praying and hoping on God? That is you wasting your time. That is you abdicating your duties. That is you not doing what you're supposed to do. That is you not playing your role, and you have a role to play. You must play it. If you want that miracle to come to pass, you have to play your part. You have to do all that you can do as a human being. All that you're supposed to do. All that you're meant to do as a human being. Do it, and then place the rest at God's feet. God will only take over from where you cannot. God will only do what you cannot do in your human capacity, in your limited human strength, in your limited human capacity. God will now take over from where you have stopped. God will take over because you have put a down payment. You have put a down payment on that miracle. You have put a down payment on that thing you're wishing for. You have put a down payment on that thing that you're praying for. And so now God can find something to build on. God can find something to build on and establish. God does not build on nothing. There has to be something physical. There has to be something tangible. There has to be something concrete for God to bless. So I'm telling you today, stop kidding yourself. Stop deceiving yourself and saying, God will just come and he will help me. You are expecting to have millions of dollars. I'm telling you today, start a business. I'm telling you today, get a job. I'm asking you to invest. It is not going to be that kind of miracle where money falls from heaven. This is not the manna age. This is the age of where you do something, you get something. You sow and you reap. If you don't sow, you will not reap. If you do not put in any seed into the ground, do not expect that God will send food falling from heaven. He will not do that. This is not the manna age. We're not saying that God doesn't work miracles, but what we are saying is that you have to be practical. There has to be something. After all, God could have sent his son from the sky. Do you know that God could have sent Jesus from the sky? But instead, God went through the natural process. The natural process of 9 months. The 9 months duration before a child is born. God went through that. He could have as well just said, son, Jesus, go to the earth, come down from heaven. Come down on wings, flapping wings. Come down from heaven, come to the earth. He could have done that. But he went through the natural process. The process of saying, this is an embryo. The embryo grows from one stage to the other. We have the first trimester, the second trimester, the third trimester, and then the child is born. He could have still done it the angel way and said, fly, flap your wings, come down. He didn't do that. He didn't follow that route. He went through the natural process. And so if you are thinking that God is going to make money fall from the heavens for your sake, I think you are kidding yourself. There is something you have to do for God to bless. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the investment. You have to do something right for God to bless the works of your hands. There has to be something that God will bless and God will establish. If you're not doing anything, stop waiting for that miracle, because it will not come. It will not come. I will not lie to you and say, keep praying, keep hoping, keep believing. Manna will not fall from heaven for you. If you've not done anything, if you have not done the right thing, if you've not put in the work, if you've not taken that physical pain, you've not gone through the stress, you have not followed due process, you have not even invested anything into your dream, then you are kidding to think that God will come and do 100% for you what you want for yourself. You have to put something into that dream of yours. You have to put something into that miracle that you're hoping for. So stop expecting a miracle to come down from heaven when you have not played your parts. So today I'm saying to you, if there's something that you're praying for, if there's something that you're wishing for, stop waiting for God to grant you that thing when you have not invested anything into your dreams. When you have not invested anything into your wish, anything into your desire, anything into that thing you're praying for, stop waiting on God. Make the first move. You get to make the first move, and then God helps you complete it. Remember that He establishes. He establishes. It's like saying that you build something and God approves of it. So you have to build something. There has to be something for God to establish. God will not establish thin air. You have to do something. Pray and back it up with actions. Pray and show that this is what you really want. You're not just wishing. It is not wishful thinking. It is something you actually want, and you're ready to put in the work. You're ready to put in whatever it takes, whatever legitimate thing that it takes. You're ready to put it in. And then you're going to place it at God's feet. And God can now bless that thing that you have prayed for. So if you have been praying, if you have been waiting, and time has been going and nothing has been happening, this may well be the reason why you have not seen any results in spite of how long you have waited. It is because you have not sown anything. It's because you have not invested. It is because you have not put down any down payment on that dream of yours. And so there is nothing for God to establish. There is nothing for God to bless. There is nothing for God to prosper. There is nothing for God to increase. Put something in. Invest something. Put something there. Sow something so that God can bless richly what you have sown. Stop kidding yourself. Don't keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting your life away without doing what you're supposed to do. Play your part. Carry out your role. This is a merger between humanity and divinity. So play your part and God will play his part. And together, something beautiful will happen. Together, something beautiful will come out of this merger. So today, I hope you have been blessed by this message and you stop waiting without doing something. Start doing something so that God has what to bless, what to prosper, and what to establish. I wish you the very best as you go on changing your system, your style, your method of waiting. I wish you the very best, and I hope that whatever seed that you sow, God will honor, God will bless, and God will establish. If you enjoyed watching this video, please drop your comments below, especially if this video has helped you gain insight on why you have been waiting and nothing has happened. If you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe to this channel. If you want to see more of such videos, subscribe to this channel. Here at Let Your Light So Shine, we are Christians growing together, holding each other's hands and increasing each other's faith, holding on to God and looking up to Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. So please subscribe to this channel and let us grow together as children of the Most High God. Also, do not forget to click the notification button so you'll be notified as soon as I update. Please like and share my video so that more people can find this video and also stop waiting in vain, but start building something that God can bless. Thank you very much for watching this video to the very end. I hope it has blessed you, and I hope that you share it so that more people can also be blessed. Wherever you are, whatever you do, let your light so shine. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Please subscribe, click the notification button, like this channel, share our videos, and follow us on social media. Thank you very much.